right, welcome. We just got our descent instructions. We descend to 180. We're currently at flight level 300. So we'll descend down to 18,000. Throttle back a little bit. We're flying from Scottsdale, Arizona, KSDL, Kilo Sierra Delta Lima, to San Diego. A couple things to note. As you may recall, the one or two people that are watching this, we landed in Tucson yesterday. But I had a friend stop by the house today from out of town, and he was curious about the sim. He's also an enthusiast and wanted to see a short flight. So we took a short flight from Tucson to Scottsdale. Uneventful, other than we did have a missed approach. A lot of user traffic in Scottsdale today. A lot of people flying in the area. Somebody didn't get off the runway in time, so we did have to do a missed approach and a go around. It was uneventful. He landed safely. Anyway, took off about 45 minutes ago. Maybe 50 minutes or so, roughly, for this flight to San Diego. Excited to see San Diego. I did go to the marketplace, the in-sim marketplace, and bought San Diego scenery. Lindbergh, KSAN, Kilo Sierra Alpha November scenery. So that should be fun to see what that looks like. Hopefully it works. That's the Gulf of California. Also is the Sea of Cortez. That's the very northern tip. That's Baja California out there. You can actually see the Pacific way out there where the clouds are. Kind of fun. Go ahead and enter our relevant information. We're landing at RNAV Yankee, runway 27 in San Diego. So there's no ILS to program in. But we can go ahead and program our minimums. 760 feet. Which struck me as pretty high, to be honest. Given that the airport is at only 17 feet above sea level. Approach course on runway 27 is 275. I've already pre-programmed that in on our heading bug. Got a headwind right now of 23 knots. Outside air temperatures minus 23 degrees Celsius. It was warm in Scottsdale. It was in the 90s. And I live north of San Diego about 100 miles, and the weather outside is beautiful today. Finally cool. It's been so long since it's been cool here. Beautiful out. My weather station says that it is 66 degrees out in my backyard right now, which is terrific. There it is, the very northern tip of the Gulf of California, the Sea of Cortez. That's the Salton Sea out to our right. So, man-made lake. If I recall correctly, was created on accident by flooding that occurred during some construction of something or other, canal, or I don't know, I don't remember the details. Anyway, as I said, we're landing at runway 27 on the RNAV Yankee approach. Runway length 9,400 feet. I always like that. Makes my life easier. In terms of our waypoints, our approach fixes, let's give you a point to show you this. Lindy is our IAF, our initial approach fix. VYDDA, we need to be at 4,000 feet. It's then 2 miles to O'Kane, where we need to be at 3,600 feet. It's then 3.5 miles to CIJHI, Charlie India Juliet Hotel India, where we need to be at 2,700 feet. And then Rebo, see right there, Rebo, we need to be at 2,000 feet. FICWO, I don't have a fix for. TERRIBLE is listed as our FAF, our final approach fix. One thing I'm curious, by the way, you notice this? These weird outlines? It's the second time I'm seeing that. I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, I am interested to see how traffic plays into this approach because San Diego is a very busy airport. Lindbergh Field, as I believe it's known. So we'll see how ATC handles vectoring us in if there's other traffic also on final. You can see just by looking here, looks like it's pretty quiet right now, but it's entirely possible that there will be other airplanes. There's somebody right there. I did have a little excitement on this flight. I was flying, if I recall, I don't know, it was, oh yes, it was from Arazi to Heeds, and we got a traffic alert from ATC. I had seen the aircraft on radar, and also I began to make out its anti-collision lights. I noticed that the red wingtip light was on the right, and the green wingtip light was on the left. Couldn't actually see the airplane, but I can see its lights way out there, right? And if the red light is on the right and the green light is on the left, then that means the airplane's coming towards you. Obviously, if the red light is on the left and the green light's on the right, it's going away from you. Anyway, it was heading right at us. I was prepared to deviate, take evasive action as it was coming closer and closer and closer, and that's when ATC gave me a traffic alert, literally as it passed below me at flight level 290. So it was on the same track that we're on, but 1,000 feet below me, way too close for comfort. I wouldn't necessarily describe it as a near midair collision, but because they were 1,000 feet underneath us, but certainly far less than 1 mile separation than that's required in my book, anyway. Showing us 13 minutes from our destination, our current airspeed, descending to 18,000. We're at 19,300. I really love the way the weather is depicted in this sim. I've made this flight from Arizona, Vegas to Southern California many, many times, and it really is like this. You leave these desert cities, and it's dry and it's hot or warm, and then as you come over these mountains, like here, we're going to level out here. As you come over these mountains and get on the coastal side, the clouds appear, the marine layer appears, the temperature drops 30 degrees. It's really cool, and it's nicely down to 8,400, Cruise Bravo.
Descend and maintain 8,400 feet, Docker Trey Whiskey Bravo.
Okay, so we're descending down to 8,400. Okay, let's throttle back a little bit more. Nearest altimeter is listed as 2970. We'll, on our ForeFlight app, we'll try that and see what happens. 2970, and then we'll press the B key and see what happens. We are below 18,000 feet, so we're no longer using standard altimeter. 2972, excellent, very nice. Beautiful, beautiful afternoon, evening. Took off, I can never remember if Arizona, I don't think they use daylight time. Anyway, when I took off, it was about 23:48, about 23:50, about an hour ago. And Local time here in Southern California is 1748 hours, 5:48. Check that out. Windmills. Windmills, windmills, windmills. Don't appear to be spinning. Not getting our money's worth. Anyway, just a beautiful evening. 10 minutes to 6 p.m. here in Southern California.
500 feet, keep speed below 210 knots. Expect localizer runway 27 approach via Lindy transition cleared to Lindy Delta 1037.
So Delta 1037 just got cleared to Lindy. Take a look. Lindy is right here. I bet you that's him. He's flying this way. He's also going to be landing on runway 27. The winds usually in my part of the world, we get a sea breeze. Look at the mountaintops. Gosh. We get a sea breeze in the afternoon. It generally starts about 2 or 3 in the afternoon, sometimes a little later. But when it gets going, it's really nice. I mean, it's like a big air conditioner. Really cools off. And sometimes we just don't get anything in terms of that. That's Interstate 8. If you know San Diego, you know Interstate 8. In any event, yeah, when we don't get it, when we have a heat wave and that beautiful cool air never shows up, it's no fun. But when it does, it's really nice. There's this guy. That's Delta 1034, I'm almost positive. And you can see him, there he is. Good news is he's going to be faster than we. Still, though, I'm only showing us 8 minutes 40 seconds from landing, and I'd really rather not have to do a go-around because ATC doesn't know how to vector us in or handle proper spacing. So we'll slow us down a little bit more. Airspeed's 210 and dropping, which is a good thing. Minimum safe altitude, the MSA, according to the approach plate, if I recall, was 5400? 5400? 25-mile radius? Let's confirm that. Yeah, 25 nautical mile radius around San Diego. The MSA, the minimum safe altitude, is 5,400 feet. That's sort of given as a general advisory that if you're within range of the airport, that is within 25 miles of it, you cannot descend below 5,400 feet. That is no place within 25 nautical mile radius of San Diego is technically safe below 5,400 feet. Now, obviously, the vast majority of the area within 25 miles of San Diego is below 5,400 feet, but that's why we call it the minimum safe altitude. Slowing now as we begin to level out at 8,400 feet.
Delta 1037 contact SoCal approach on ONE 24.3.
1037's being handed off to approach as they get ready for their final approach and landing. Actually, see 2 airplanes on final right now. This guy and this guy. I think that's probably Delta. Well, actually 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 airplanes on final. This probably means we might have some adventure. I have no idea. I just know that ATC is still a work in progress. I'm going to make a left turn here momentarily. ATC is still a work in progress, and you know, when you consider that it's all completely artificial intelligence, it's actually pretty amazing that it can do what it can. The fact that it can do what it can do is pretty amazing. Descending, actually level at 8,400 feet. Lindy.
Dollar Tree Whiskey, Bravo, you are 28 miles east. Descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Keep speed below 210 knots. Expect hard at Yankee Runway 27 approach by LYNDI transition. Cleared to LYNDI.
So we're cleared to Lindy, descending to 5,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Keep speed below.
As I said, that MSA, minimum safe altitude, is just sort of a guide. If you're on approach and in contact with ATC, it's less of an issue because they know where you are. So let's just take stock here of everything. Throttle back again to 30%. Right over these mountaintops, but comfortably above them. I've seen some beautiful trails. Gimme, gimme. Just incredible sunset. My goodness. Okay, so we're now flying to Lindy. See? We're 9.3 nautical miles from Lindy. Specifically 3 minutes. And about 3 minutes and 7 seconds. And don't forget, we need to be at 4,000 feet, not at Lindy, but at VYDDA, Victor Yankee Delta Delta Alpha. Right here.
Dollar Tree Whiskey, Bravo, please expedite your descent to 5,000 feet.
Yes, ma'am.
Landing gear.
Whoops. Sometimes the throttle control on my flight stick is too sensitive. I did not touch it that much for it to trigger the warning there. Now I'm being handed off to SoCal approach.
Going to 1824 decimal tree.
What a $1 million sunset. Throttle back a little bit more.
November tree 4 tree Whiskey Bravo is at 7,200 feet, descending 5,000 feet.
November tree, 4 tree Whiskey Bravo, SoCal approach, continue to LYNDI as planned. Altimeter, 29.78.
Things looking really good. Remember, 4,000 feet, not at Lindy, but at VYDDA. We're 100 seconds, 99 seconds from Lindy, and after that, VYDDA. There's Mission Bay. What a beautiful evening. Really, what a sunset. Nice weather. About to level out at 5,000, showing us 66 seconds from Lindy, LYNDI. Lindy, that's cute for Lindbergh. I think that was actually his nickname, Lindy. Just remember, by way of point of reference, the heading bug here is set to our runway heading. So that gives you, we're headed this way, but obviously we're going to turn this way, and that's reflected here on the MFD. Okay, so as predicted, we're going to order to descend to 4,000, which is the
Descend and maintain 4,000
published altitude for the VYDDA waypoint. After that, 3,600. After that, 2,700. After that, 2,000. Showing us only 83 seconds from VYDDA. Slow us down just a little bit more here.
SoCal departure Cessna November 905 Sierra Papa is climbing through 1,000 feet or 6,000 feet.
Okay.
Cessna November 905 Sierra.
Remember, 4,000 feet at VYDDA. And look where we are now. 55 seconds away. We're at 4,370 feet. Just nailing it.
You are 2 miles west. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect vectors visual runway 27 right approach.
When we make this turn at VYDDA, we'll do our Giffley checklist. Leveling out now at 4,000, right on schedule. Just 32 seconds from the 4,000 foot altitude we need to be at. Okay, as I said, 3,600 is the next step down.
Alaska 12901 is out of 5,500 feet for 4,000 feet.
That's Alaska right there. See that guy? Probably coming from Mexico. So we're going to pick up our speed a little bit because we know he's coming up behind us.
Descend and maintain 3,600 feet of Docker Tree Whiskey Bravo.
Not too much though. Okay, so obviously minimums aren't, I'm not expecting minimums will be a problem, but we'll keep tabs on those. I do remember this approach into San Diego is really cool, into runway 27. It's really cool because you get to fly right over downtown. Like, right up. As predicted, 2,700 our next step down.
Descend and maintain 2,700 feet, Docker Tree Whiskey Bravo.
I'm going to do our Giffley checklist now. Gear, flaps, inertial separator, landing lights. So I think I got that out of order. But gear, inertial separator, flaps, fuel is fine, lights, and yaw damper deactivated.
Southwest 205, 2 SoCal approach. Continue to LYNDI as planned. Altimeter 29.79er.
Yeah, see, there's downtown right there. And there's the airport. And I see 2 whites, 2 reds, barely on the Poppy, but that's encouraging. Going a little bit faster than I like.
Docker Tree Whiskey Bravo, you are 10 miles east of Lindbergh. Contact Lindbergh Tower.
But see who's coming up behind us. That's why I'm kind of keeping my speed up. Because Alaska's coming up behind us, and he's probably doing about 150 knots, more than we are.
Lindbergh Tower, Docker November Tree 4 Tree Whiskey Bravo, 9 miles east inbound Arnett Yankee runway 27 approach.
Increase our descent, set our descent.
Docker November Tree 4 Tree Whiskey Bravo, Lindbergh Tower. Cleared Arnett Yankee runway 27 approach.
At minimums.
Altimeter 29.78, wind 241 at 9er.
Looking good, but that Alaska guy's uncomfortably close behind us. You see him there? Yikes! I'm trying, buddy. I'm trying. Hopefully air traffic control's ordered him to slow down. Anyway, we'll keep our speed up here as we approach downtown San Diego right there. And San Diego proper. And we'll see if the airport's noticeably different in any way.
Lindbergh Tower, Alaska 129er, 110 miles east inbound, localizer runway 27 approach.
I just intercepted the glide path.
Alaska 129er, 1 Lindbergh Tower. Cleared localizer runway 27 approach.
Oh boy.
Altimeter 29.79er, wind 241 at 9er.
We're gonna get passed by some giant commercial.
Docker Tree Whiskey Bravo cleared to land runway 27. Follow the aircraft on final.
Follow him?
Wind 241 at 9er.
This is funny. He's behind me, dummy.
Delta 748 cleared to land runway 27. Number 2 for landing.
Oh boy.
Follow the Docker TBM 9 on final.
Do you remember what I said? Do you remember what I said? Traffic might be an issue.
Approach Alaska 129er1.
Traffic might be an issue. I'm keeping my speed up. I gotta slow down. I just...
Clear to land runway 27, number 2 Delta 748.
Oh my god, this is hilarious. There's all these airplanes behind us. Well, buckle your safety belts because this could be interesting. Anyway, I'm happy we intercepted the glide path. That's always good. Good. Go ahead and deactivate the autopilot. Deploy final flaps. 500 AGL. If I could just get my wheels on the ground first, they'll tell him to go around. Look at downtown San Diego. That is so cool. I want to look out the window, but I can't. Reconfirm gear down. It is. Got 4 reds on the poppy though, so let's arrest that descent just slightly. Look at the buildings.
Niner 1 cleared to land runway 27. Number 2 for landing. Follow
So
the aircraft on final.
Got Delta and Alaska behind me. This is what you get for picking a big
Cleared to land
airport.
runway 27, number 2 Alaska 12901.
Should have picked a smaller airport. Seeing some frame rate issues here. Oh my god! No way! I told you that was going to happen. I think we're doing a go around, friends.
Southwest 2052 Lindbergh Tower. Cleared localizer runway 27
Missed approach.
Altimeter 29.79er1240 at Niner. Delta Tree Whiskey Bravo go around.
Yeah, I thought you might say that. That's too funny. Okay, missed approach on this is climb 2500.
Delta Tree Whiskey Bravo.
Direct SARGs, which is basically dead ahead. Fly runway heading.
Delta 740 turn next taxiway.
That was so funny, you guys.
Alaska ONE 291 go around.
Oh, good, they got fucked too.
Delta
Wasn't
Tree
just
Whiskey
me.
Bravo contact SoCal approach on ONE 24.35.
There's the airport.
Going around Alaska 12901.
Going to Woody 24.35.
That was
Delta
too
Tree Whiskey
funny.
Bravo.
Alaska ONE
Whoa.
291 contact SoCal approach on ONE 24.35.
Got some control issues here.
Delta Tree Whiskey Bravo climb and maintain 5,000 feet.
Oh, God. 5,000 feet.
Also, please expedite your descent to 3,200 feet.
SoCal approach Alaska 12901 is missed approach at Lindbergh.
Okay, so,
Delta Tree Whiskey Bravo climb and maintain 8,400 feet.
oh my God, you've got to be kidding me.
Alaska ONE 291, you are 2 miles west. Climb and maintain 5,000 feet. Keep speed below 210 knots. Expect localizer runway 27 approach by LYNDI transition. Cleared to LYNDI. Delta Tree Whiskey Bravo, you are 4 miles west. Climb and maintain 5,000 feet. Keep speed below 210 knots.
Oh, man, this is a shit show.
27 approach by LYNDI transition. To LYNDI.
Hey, but honey, you can't make the same thing happen again.
Alaska ONE 291 climb and maintain 5,000 feet.
There he is. You see him up there?
210 knots.
He's doing the same missed approach that I am. Well, I'm cleared to Lindy, so I'm going.
5,000 feet, keep speed below 210
Gonna fly left
Expect
base.
localizer runway 27 approach by LYNDI transition. Cleared to LYNDI Delta Tree Whiskey Bravo.
Oh my God, you guys, this was crazy. Look at that sunset. This was crazy.
Climb and maintain 5,000 feet. Keep speed below 210 knots. Expect
Make a
localizer
U-turn.
runway 27 approach by Lindy transition. Cleared to Lindy, Alaska 12901.
This is wild. That was absolutely wild. I'll also say that I saw my lowest frame rates that I've seen yet, and I think it must be that add-on scenery. I bought the San Diego scenery. That was crazy. Remember, did I or did I not predict that something might happen as it relates to traffic? And sure enough. All right, we'll just keep our inertial separator on. Make sure we're otherwise configured. We're good. Just gonna turn this light on. I just can't believe that. That was wild. Wild. Okay, so let's see if we can do direct Lindy. Waypoint. Where's my keyboard? L L-I-N-D-Y. Enter.
Silver Tree Whiskey Bravo traffic is 10 o'clock 4 miles at 400 feet generic. Report them
Activate
in
nav. We'll fly direct Lindy now.
SoCal approach southwest 20.
Level out at 5,000 here in a second.
Silver Tree Whiskey Bravo have the traffic.
Whoops. This is not working.
205 to 3 miles west. Climb and maintain 5,000 feet. Keep speed below 210.
Man, this is...
Localizer runway 27 approach by LYNDI transition.
Well, it's not letting me track that line to Lindy. So we're just going to fly there using the heading bug. Ooh, man, I'm actually sweating. I actually...
Climb and maintain 5,000 feet.
Look at this guy.
Keep speed below 210 knots. Expect localizer runway 27 approach by LYNDI.
There's just too much traffic.
Cleared to LYNDI.
There's too much traffic.
Alaska ONE 291 descent and maintain 4,000 feet.
And there's no reason to think this isn't going to happen again. Holy smokes. Holy mackerel. This...
Maintain 4,000 feet, Alaska 12901.
Ugh, what a mess.
Alaska ONE 291 descent and maintain 3,600 feet.
Alright. GPS track us.
Descend and
Oh,
maintain
I see. This isn't
3,600
working at all.
Alaska 12901.
This is all screwed up.
Alaska ONE 291 descent
Wait, where are
and
we?
maintain 2,700 feet.
What is that? How did we end up... Oh boy. This is crazy.
Descend and maintain 2,700 feet, Alaska 12901.
Alright, let's turn... Oh, somehow or another. I'm going to turn 095, which is exactly opposite the runway approach heading. I just worry that there's no reason to think this won't happen again. Anyway, you see where we know where we are now. Here's the airport, here's us. We're gonna go like this. Basically just fly that same approach again. At least in theory. My goodness, this has been much more complicated.
Alaska ONE 291 10 miles southeast of
Yeah, I have no idea where this line is going.
Tower on 118 decimal tree within
Oh my god, don't tell me I'm such an idiot. I typed in L-I-N-D-Y instead of L-Y-N-D-I.
Traffic is 2 o'clock 4 miles at
What
4,800 feet generic.
idiot.
Report them in sight.
God.
Tower on 118 decimal tree, Alaska 12901.
Southwest 2052 traffic.
Let's see if this
sight.
works. Now turn right.
2052 traffic is 3 o'clock 2 miles.
I don't know.
At 4,500
Nope,
feet
not
generic.
working either.
Report them in sight.
Turn back to 095. This is very buggy. It's a train wreck. At this point, I just want to get on the ground.
Southwest 205 to climb and maintain 4,000 feet.
This is very, very screwed up. Really, I mean,
Descend and maintain 4,000
this is what I get for
feet.
trying to land at a
Southwest
busy airport.
2052. Southwest 2052 has a generic in sight.
I'm glad at least I don't have gasoline at least I don't have any fuel issues.
Southwest 2052 descend and maintain 3,600 feet.
Holy smokes, I was expecting a nice half-hour episode, a nice flight to San Diego, and instead, it's bedlam! Again, just keep your bearings, stay calm.
Descend and maintain 3,600 feet.
That's us.
Southwest 2052.
And we're almost, there's Lindy.
Southwest 2052 descend and maintain
See, where is it?
2,700 feet.
Oh my god, please don't tell me I typed in L-Y-N-D-Y! Oh my god. I cannot believe this. L
Descend and maintain
Y
2,700 feet
N
southwest 2052.
D I. Oh my God, that's crazy. I kept wondering why it wasn't lining up, why it wasn't, every time I inputted Lindy, it would head towards God knows where. You know why? Because the first time I entered whatever, Lindy, that's God knows where on earth. Then I entered Lyndy, that's wrong. The actual fixed name is Lyndy. Oh, what a dolt. What a dolt I am. I feel like a complete buffoon. On the other hand, it's a pretty night in San Diego. Okay, so we know we're 7.4 nautical miles from Lindy, just 2 minutes, 22 seconds. That was a real example of just confusion. I mean, I was really, there was so much going on, I was struggling. But this is our problem. It's just going to be one airplane after another arriving at this time of day. And you can actually see them here. This guy just landed.
Traffic is 2 o'clock 4 miles at 3,400 feet generic. Report them in sight.
Got him. Still good to go on that,
Delta
yes.
Tree Whiskey Bravo have the generic in sight.
Showing us now just 98 seconds from Lindy, at which I presume we'll be told to turn right, get in line again. If we have to do another go, what is going on with this airplane? Well, that airplane's gone full Al Qaeda. What is he doing? Where'd you go?
Delta Tree Whiskey Bravo descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Down to 4,000. Tower Cruise Bravo.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Delta
Okay,
Tree
let's
Whiskey
try this
Bravo.
again. Hopefully they vector us.
Delta Tree
Turn right.
Whiskey Bravo descend and maintain 3,600 feet.
Down to 3,600. Now they may or may not tell us to turn right. I
Descend and
have
maintain
no idea, but I'm prepared to do it
3,600 feet. Delta
anyway.
Tree Whiskey Bravo.
I mean, they told us to go to Lindy for that transition, so I interpret that as we need to turn. And now we're just 31 seconds from Lindy, so I'm turning right. Good grief. Oh my goodness, my hands are full right now, ladies and gents. That mouse wheel is going to be the death of me, I swear to God. Okay. Start to descent rate slightly. Level out at 275. Come on. Now the only question is, how many other airplanes are going to be in the area? We're lined up beautifully though right now. I've lost my glide path. Not certain how to reinstitute the RNAV approach. Any proc?
Delta Tree Whiskey Bravo descend and maintain 2,700 feet.
Yeah, see, that didn't work. Down to 2,700 here.
Descend and maintain 2,700 feet. Delta Tree Whiskey Bravo.
Okay. Everything's going all right. Remember, our relative altitude at CIJHI is 2,700 feet. Go through our Gifley gear. My I see another plane coming up behind us. God damn it. I'm not going around again. Or if I am, I'm diverting. Wondering if this glide path might reactivate. No idea. $2,700 is our next.
Dollar Tree Whiskey Bravo, you are 10 miles east of Lindbergh. Contact Lindbergh Tower on 118.3 when inbound.
Oh God, this is, please.
Tower on 118.3 Dollar Tree Whiskey Bravo.
So we'll see if we see that same slowdown in frame rates.
9 miles east inbound localizer runway 27 approach.
Horizon Air 2560, go around.
Oh God. I'm not going around again.
34 Whiskey Bravo, Lindbergh Tower. Cleared localizer runway 27 approach. Altimeter 29.79 with 244 at 8.
All these airplanes flying around. At least I was in good company.
Cleared localizer runway 27 approach Dollar Tree Whiskey Bravo.
Set our altitude at minimum 700.
Southwest 2052, turn next taxiway.
This is funny.
Southwest 750, go around.
Oh boy.
Southwest 2052, contact ground on ONE 2.9.
Our approach course is 275, so however it looks out here, we want 275 right here. Winds are nice, 5 knots.
Dollar Tree Whiskey Bravo, cleared to land runway 27. Wind 244 at 8.
244 at 8, okay.
Lindbergh Tower Frontier Flight 20829er.
We're gonna get passed again. Watch this, gang. It's gonna happen again.
27 approach.
This is hilarious, and I'm gonna be told to go around again, which I'm going to ignore.
Horizon Air 2560, contact SoCal approach on 119er.
Do still have information here.
Clear to land runway 27
Okay.
Dollar Tree Whiskey Bravo.
Here comes the airplane that's gonna pass us. Watch this.
Frontier Flight
Check this out.
20829er, heavy Lindbergh Tower. Cleared localizer runway
Just behind us, and
27
I'm guessing probably
Altimeter 29er,
just under us.
79er with 244 at 8.
But he doesn't know is that I'm landing anyway. Because I've been at this for 42 minutes since we started our recording, and I'm sick of it.
Localizer runway 27 approach Frontier Flight 20829er heavy.
All of this is just a function of screwed up AI. That's all it is. It's too much traffic for the AI to figure out how to handle. That's what's going on. Flaps. Yeah, we get 2 nice views of downtown San Diego on the upside.
Horizon Air 2560.
This is going to have a very strong sense of deja vu. Watch.
Going to ONE 23.9er southwest.
Just watch. He's right on top of us right now. Good God. I actually can hear his engines.
Frontier Flight 20829er, heavy cleared to land runway 27. Follow the aircraft on final.
You see what I
Wind
mean?
244 at 8.
I mean, it's just they're clearing everybody to land. There's 900 people flying around. It's not. It's just too much.
Clear to land runway 27 Frontier Flight 20829er heavy.
Too much for the AI. That's all that's going on. Anyway, airspeed's good, 90 knots. I got 4 whites on the poppies. There's a beautiful freeway down there.
Frontier Flight 20829er, heavy go around.
Oh, nice. They made him go around this time. Good. That's good. Got 4 whites on the
Frontier
poppies.
Flight 20829er, heavy contact SoCal approach on 119.6.
This is very interesting. I've never had to deal with this kind of problem before with so much AI air traffic or real traffic
119.6 for Frontier Flight 20829er
causing problems.
heavy.
3 whites, 1 red. Too much for the AI to handle, but not too much for us to handle. Got 2 whites, 2 reds, now 3 reds. I think I learned a lesson here, and that is be cautious about landing at busy international airports at busy times. Because with AI traffic, or an AI ATC. All right, here we go. Idle. butter landing, nothing else. Oh my God, it's stuttering! Oh! What the hell? Did you hear that? This fucking scenery screwed up. This scenery is screwed up. Did you hear what I heard? I heard a tail strike, for Christ's sakes. Not fatal, not a crash-inducing. If it was, I would have crashed, but that was not one of my landings. Well, the verdict's in on San Diego scenery. It's probably not the scenery, it's probably just my PC. Jesus Christ, that was heart attack inducing. Ground parking. Well, I learned my lesson, friends. I learned my lesson. Too much. This airport's too much. Too much. I'm just glad nothing destructive happened to 3 Whiskey Bravo because of some overwrought scenery. I mean, it's beautiful, don't get me wrong, but look, there's video evidence. You saw the landing. The landing was butter. And then all of a sudden it froze, it lagged or whatever, and I ended up bouncing down the runway. I heard a sound I've never heard before, a tail strike. Or what sounded like it. I don't know if it was, I don't know. Whatever happened, it did not register sufficient damage to trigger the sim to say the airplane sustained critical damage. So thank God for that, at least. Well, this is going to go in the annals of shit show approaches. I mean, it was a nightmare. It was kind of comic, but you know what? See what I mean? What are these bumps? This scenery costs $15, and I have no doubt that if I had just flown into the default San Diego scenery, we would have had a beautiful flight. Hey, you know what? I'm just glad 3 Whiskey Bravo is okay. When that lag happened, which has never happened in any of my flights. Yeah, we'll be fine. Thanks, though, boss. You know, I've never had that happen before, ever.
Roger, Docker Trey Whiskey Bravo.
And when it did, I got really freaked out. Because I love this plane. I don't want anything to happen to it. She is my charge. Take a look at, make sure how's she looking. Well, all the wingtips are still there. Tail's still in one piece. And our flaps in. Well, we're okay. But that was a heck of a landing. I'm wondering if the scenery is more than just the airport, but if it's also downtown San Diego, because it seems like it's really making some demands on my PC. Yeah, that's the worst time to have a lag issue. Right on touchdown. Jesus. I'll rewatch that video later. You can see how detailed this airport is. Much more than usual. Man alive. I'll have to rewatch all that. But I think I don't even know that I need to. I mean, it's just sort of nicely distilled down into the fact that there were too many airplanes coming in for the AI to handle. And then I finally made it a beautiful final approach and landing, and it lagged right on touchdown and got all screwed up. Well, you saw it. Let it be known. I don't edit, as is apparent. So we'll watch that together later. See if I don't know if they have Gary or his functional equivalent at at this new scenery. Yeah, I see him. I'm just gonna cut this taxi a little short, friends. Beautiful sunset, though. And we're back in California. It's been a long time. This was quite a trip we took. Yeah, sometimes these taxi ribbons really are questionable. You have to retain your own judgment, even if it means going over the grass with paint on it. That might not be grass. That might actually be a green section. Okay. I think that's Gary. There he is. Okay. That guy's walking. Hey, dude. You might want to move. Oops. Okay. Well, that sort of caps off the evening, doesn't it? All right. Let's go. $21 out. Beautiful. Okay. Well, after that, I need a drink. Well, on the upside, we're on the ground. I can find the stupid button anywhere. Turn that light off. There we go. Anyway, we're on the ground. I wish it had been a prettier landing, but life in the sim. It is what it is. It's what you get for buying fancy scenery without a rig sufficient to handle it. Okay, well, that's all for now, everyone, and hope you enjoyed the interesting flight. And that's it.